In a vast landscape full of adventurers, you are now listening to the world of chaotic amateurs.
Welcome to Chaotic Amateurs, the internet's #1 D&D 5e play podcast. I'm your host, DM Alex. With me, I have
Dash is Thrakis.
Bentley Michaels is Reverian Night Meadow.
Red is Arthur.
Caleb is Scory Telbrun.
And Milo is Ball.
And last we left our adventurers, they had just defeated the wizard of the Tower of Chaos and found that Florian was a little easier to talk to. Let the adventure begin.
Oh shit, we're all having problems this week, huh?
So, last you guys left off, you're at the top floor of the Tower of Chaos. Let me go ahead and move you over there on Roll20. The skull that had been left by the wizard in charge of defense, you resurrected with the pool above and was able to talk with them for a while. He mentioned that there was something else lower in the tower that was still alive, something that still needed killed.
That's right.
But you're at the top of this tower. It seems that there's no threats at the moment. What are you guys doing? You've got the crystals that pull
we were
you
going to make
in
our
and
way
out
down
of the
there,
ethereal.
right? I thought
what's
we
that?
decided to make our way down there.
I want to check out the bedroom first. And that
that's right.
storage room that Scory and Arthur and I were in.
The boudoir.
Sounds good. So, do you guys want to touch the crystal real quick, and then we'll gallivant on back? All right.
Yes.
Here I go.
All right. You touch the crystal that pulls you into the ethereal. Goes black and white. You're now entered into the ethereal. The pane of glass is gone, and you quickly make your way to the western hall where you can find that path that leads down. You all kind of make your way into the hallway where the trio had fought some of the defense, those stone golem insect things. You still see one of them in the corner in a heap.
Scory did the classic Scooby-Doo trip the skeleton.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Ball, you were saying you wanted to check out which specifically? We've got kind of this first the first room that you see has got some notebooks on it and the stairwell that leads down. And if you kind of continue further, there is that windowed one-way glass that peers into the main chamber, and then beyond that is like a bed chambers.
Yeah, I wanted to search the bed chambers first.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and burn my enhance ability for the owl or whatever for intelligence, so I can search that.
All right. So
it's transmog, so I also give it to Scory.
All right.
The least intelligent one here.
Well, he's my research buddy.
Yeah.
So you guys are going to go ahead and search that room?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, so you take some time to do that. We'll put Ball and Scory over there.
And Scory, if you could give guidance, I have to concentrate on this ability.
Absolutely. And I do so.
The rest of you guys, what are you doing? There's another little chamber there. There's also 2 stairwells that lead down, and then that one-way glass as well.
I was kind of interested in this stairway.
Okay.
Yeah, just because it seems like the likeliest way to get to that chamber that Florian Flo was telling us about.
Okay. So yeah, I'll have you kind of investigate that as well. Riff and Wolf, anything specific you guys want to be doing during this time?
Mr. Wolf.
I take a poop in the corner.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. I mean, it's been a while. I don't think you've said that you've pooped this entire campaign.
No one has actually ever mentioned when they take a potty break. So
He's officially
to poop. So
we talked about keeping your scat fetish out of this game. Okay, that was like a session 0.
No, this
agreement.
is safe zone. If you're wanting to do this kind of stuff,
thank you, Alex.
We don't shame.
We got
here,
corners
Rat.
for a reason.
Thrakis is gonna drop a giant Goliath dookie. Right.
The rest of us are going to applaud.
He wears a loincloth, but no underwear underneath. So I just imagine
he's access.
He's like a horse walking down the street.
You see me standing in the corner, and I'm just very still, and you're like, "What are you doing?" And then.
I was gonna say Alex makes these dead ends in the map for a reason.
No, I'm just gonna chill out. I mean, there's nothing I really want to look at. I'm just eager to go down the stairs.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect. Arthur, just give me a general perception check as you're just kind of looking around, kind of listening down the stairwell there.
Whoops, I screwed up.
Slash first there.
Thank you. Plus -1, so 13.
13. Okay. So yeah, you're kind of listening in. You don't hear much from the hall. Maybe the sounds of some like dripping, but that's about it. Looking around this little chamber, you see just some notebooks. You flip through, and they're all empty. There's just nothing in them. So yeah, you spent some time there. Going over to Ball and Scory. Go ahead and give me that investigation check.
With advantage, I rolled a 7, but that's going to be a 17 because I'm awesome.
And you gave me advantage too, right? That was the.
I did, yes.
Yeah. Uh, 15.
Hey.
15. All right. So you guys start kind of going through this room. It looks like this was a bed chamber for 2 people.
Ooh.
There's 2 beds and 2 kind of specific living areas, but a shared common space here. There
Hello's
are
lady friend.
Yeah, that's right. There's a desk, and you do find a logbook that details the Usama troop positions.
We encountered something similar to that.
Something similar, yeah. This also has a correspondence to the Mage's Tower, their tower proper. You kind of have figured out that this was a place for them to spy on the army magically, and so there's some correspondence to and from the Mage's Tower, just relaying troop movements.
Was it the scrying stone thing that I mean, I know that could see above us, or was it the water where we could see all the stuff?
The water kind of acted as a scrying stone, and you could see anything in the wastes. It appeared. Pushing beyond that, you
and the sphere
glimpses.
Downstairs was just like top down from the tower, right?
That's where it was. Yeah.
Okay.
And whenever you touch that one, there was some sort of electrical feedback that made using it a little complicated.
I'll go ahead and read that correspondence and see if there's anything of use in it.
Yeah, going through it, it looks like it's the information gathered here, distilled for the mages, and sent off to them. And it looks like it's written as a logbook, as a message and a response. The response is written in there as well. You take it that most likely there's some sort of magic at play where what's written in this book is written in a corresponding book somewhere else.
Nice.
Looking over Ball's shoulder, are there any names? Like, is it explicit on who it's to and who it's coming from?
They don't use any actual names.
No identifying.
No, just from the divination tower to the mage's tower.
All right, I'm going to pull out my forgery kit.
All right.
Now we're talking.
You find that kind of on the desk, but looking around a little more, there's a artificer's table is what I'd call it. A place where a lot of different tools and tinkering devices are. And looking through and opening a few drawers, you notice that there's some sort of like replacement parts for armor that this has been used for.
Any heads or?
No, it doesn't look like any sort of Warforged armor. it appears to be something a person would wear. And spending a little bit of time with it, you realize that this is very similar to what Julia wore, her kind of odd arcane armor she wore.
Awesome.
Okay, I'll go ahead and pick up that stuff and just see if I can maybe tinker a way to put it back together, like scrounge pieces together and see if I can find like an arm joint that kind of like moves together, or a leg joint that moves together.
Yeah, you can definitely grab, a fair amount of stuff from here. Taking the whole thing would be an endeavor, because there's a lot of tools here. But definitely grabbing the chunks of the armor that look valuable. You think that maybe with some time you could probably develop something from this, maybe either to copy it or to kind of take your own spin off of it. But definitely interesting mechanical pieces on this desk, if you want to write that down.
So what would you call it? Like, what kind of armor?
I would call it arcane armor.
Artificer armor? Or
it's specifically a wizard's armor. I would call it an arcane armor. Okay. Where you work with more fine mechanical stuff powered by aura, this is powered by magic itself. So yeah, much more arcane in that regard. But beyond that, I would say that's the extent to what you find in this room. Looks like, yeah, 2 people lived here, oversaw the divination tower, and wrote back to the mages with that.
So when you say that the divination tower, is that where we stopped on the way to the Tower of Chaos, or are we in it?
It sounds like it's referring to this as the divination tower.
Okay, and so there's like the hub is the actual mage's tower.
Yeah, the mage's tower itself had always eluded the army.
That's right.
Until the end of the war, it seems.
I'm going to pull out my forgery kit and examine the writing in the book, and try and match the writing that was written about the movements and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to write in the book, we have retaken the tower. What are your orders?
All right, give me a forgery check.
Wow. That's a great idea.
A simple hello with a question mark would work too.
And Riff wants to be taking notes like on anything she sees in the books as far as like movements and stuff like that, just so she doesn't know if we can study them later. And she's kind of like trying to piece this whole outlandish post world together.
Gotcha. Yeah, for sure. And the books, it looks like you can take those with you if you'd like. If you want to write any of those items down, those books aren't tied to the tower for any reason.
I'll wait till everyone's done and then I'll throw them in my bag.
Yeah, perfect.
24.
Yeah, no, you do. You've got some handwriting that is very similar to whoever wrote in this. It does look like there was 2 different handwritings that were sent off. And one handwriting that would respond. So whoever the 2
Dude, what if it was you, but you had your memory wiped and shit?
Or you went in a time loop.
Oh, you've been the villain the entire time.
After a moment, no response. A few more minutes pass and no response.
Okay, good. Well, Scory, seems like they got the mages.
Let's hope.
I'm going to go ahead and pocket that too.
Okay. And yeah, there's just some, odd other books in here if you want to throw those in your bags, if you want to research those later. What do you guys do now? What are y'all doing?
Yeah, I'll tell Mr. Ball, I go, we can fit all these books in my bag and we can research them like next time we make camp or whatever.
Thank you. One other thing, before we move from these rooms, it doesn't seem like a good thing to have all of these troop movements and stuff written down in books. It seems like it could be a major hindrance to the armies and whatnot. Story, you can make a bonfire, right?
Absolutely, I can.
I think we should burn these.
I mean, aren't those the books I just wanted to put in my bag?
Oh, I'm talking about the troop movements, the cataloged inventory that was in.
Oh yeah, those are books
some of
that
the
I
other
definitely
ones.
are the ones I was talking about putting in my bag.
I think they should be destroyed.
I think we should do that, and we should learn from them because that may help us later on. In case something wants to try to attack us,
That
or
is a good point. Yeah, because also we might be able to figure out exactly what they are capable of gleaning, where the blind spots are, as it
and there might be
were.
like a pinpoint thing. Maybe we can kind of see like where they are coming from, centrally located.
It's like looking at the CCTV cameras, like from the monitors. You can kind of figure out where they're placed.
This security guard knows.
That
Come
makes
to me
sense.
for all your security flaw needs.
So Scory's still holding a little ball of flame in his hand. So
I'm gonna hold them close to my chest and be like,
I think we should wait, Scory. My
okay.
mistake.
I think
Let's
it's
go
a
downstairs,
reasonable thing.
though.
We could always destroy them later, you know?
Yeah.
I would like to take a closer look at the bed. See, does it show any recent use, or is there anything hiding underneath?
Me. Boom.
Give me another investigation check.
You
So
got
searching
bored
into
and decided to
specifically
play
the bed.
peekaboo. Old dad rat coming out in the game. Oh,
Your advantage
Ow.
lasts for an hour. So.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Much better. Okay. Natural 20 plus 2.
hey,
Holy moly.
That's not
Caleb
bad.
with the hot rolls.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Searching through the bed next to the desk, the one kind of away from the artificer station. You look through the beds themselves haven't been used in a couple weeks. It seems. Kind of pulling up the mattress and looking through. You kind of set it back down, and you hear an odd sound when you set it down, like, you know, not mattress hitting wood, but like maybe leather hitting wood. And you kind of pull the sheet apart, and there's like a small book in there, and you kind of cut that open, and you find this little book, and it is a collection of children's stories from Usama. And you open up the kind of first page to take a look, and it doesn't really mean anything to you, but it's signed by it says High King Henrik.
I'm writing
A
this
lot of
down.
weed.
To my good friend.
From High King Hendrik.
Yes.
Wow. I am going to pocket it. And I'm not really trying to hide it, so if anybody's paying attention.
It'd be pretty obvious
Yeah.
you cutting a book out of the
Yeah,
mattress,
yeah.
for sure.
Okay, so very cool. And I just rifle through the compartment where I tore this book out to see if there's anything else, and then
Yeah, searching through,
Try
it's
to-
just soft material in there, bedding.
yeah.
But it doesn't look like
Uh,
this was intentionally hidden in there.
Okay. And one last check of the other bed in the same spot, you know, just
Yeah,
in
you
case.
flip that one over, pat it down, flip it over again. Nothing on that one.
Okay. And then I'll rejoin whoever's around, and I'll say, hey, have any of you heard of a High King Hendrik before? And I should ask the DM, is that a familiar name to me?
If you want to make a history check, you can. But I would
Okay.
say, Wolf, you do know that High King Henrik is the ruler of Usama.
That's
High
what's up.
King Henrik, first of his name, 11th ruler of Usama.
King of
Oh
the
yeah, I
Andals
know who
and
that.
first
Yeah,
one.
I know who that is.
Interesting. Was he a fan of children? Or
Yeah, he loved kids. Yeah, big kid fan.
okay.
He always had a bunch around him.
Hmm.
We had a whole
Is this
group
becoming
of children.
is this canon? Like
This is what
everything?
Wolf's saying.
Wow, DM was quick to separate himself from that.
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Wolf, is this the king that like sent you out into the war and that sort of stuff?
Yeah, sure.
Um,
That's
I
pretty
don't know.
cool.
I'm
The-
wondering if our new friend Florian, maybe he had a child, and maybe the king knows him.
That's interesting.
But like, didn't Flo die long time ago?
He
They
was
didn't
ancient.
know.
He's very
I
old.
mean, King Heinrich is first of his name. So
It's King Hendrik.
Hendrik is first of his name. So it's not likely that, he's writing to Flo's kids. I mean, I guess maybe Flo died recently, but I feel as though that is not true.
I'm gaining the impression that perhaps this person trapped below might be his wife. Maybe
Let's go check that out.
Bringing up a child or bringing this book to her might help her not be evil.
Interesting. Yeah.
That's a great idea.
An imprisoned wife. A classic trap.
So what are we doing?
That's why I'm not married.
The third week of military school.
Yeah. You guys want to go down that center stairway or the one by where Arthur was snooping around?
I kind of leaning towards that one, but open till.
Yeah, was there anything in there, Alex? On that other
Anything-
side, the left side?
So Arthur kind of was listening down the
sound
hall,
of
didn't hear
dripping water.
much dripping, and then just some journals kind of strewn across the desk
And you
in that small room.
You said they were blank, correct?
Yeah.
Can I grab a couple? I have a theory, Mr. Ball. I'm grabbing these journals because I have a theory that it's possible when we get shifted back to our normal plane, there's a potential that there could be writing on these notebooks. You know what I mean? Kind of an invisible ink situation. I don't know.
At the moment, you are in the material plane. The ethereal, you're only in for
it
about
already
60
clicked.
seconds.
Okay.
We could draw it in the other plane too.
Yeah. So I'll just pocket a couple.
Okay.
I don't need anything
Easy enough
in
to do,
particular,
yeah.
So down the left stairs, everyone. Let's do it.
Let's go.
All right. Begin heading
Chuck's
down
at
the
the ready.
stair. Chuck's at the ready. Heading down the stairs. And they kind of spiral down. They're a compact stair. And they go down, and then they kind of go south for a bit and then start going down further. You have to provide your own light here. And as you kind of are going down, you're hearing why it's dripping, where that dripping is coming from. And just the ceiling of this staircase just kind of is wet and just drips a little bit of water onto the surface that gets less and less so the further down you get. But it takes you a few minutes to go down. And as you do,
Look, the ground floor, right?
yeah,
Mhm.
you end up in a small chamber over here.
Mm.
There's a wall to your left and a small crystal in an alcove, similar to the ones before.
Yeah, I came all this way. Maybe we'll touch it.
Touch the crystal, you enter into the ethereal realm, and the wall in front of you disappears.
May well touch it.
Yeah, I'll
And
go
so you have-
through and I'll remind Scory to look at the books.
Yeah, I do that.
Oh, the tree's back.
Right.
Any hidden writing in those notebooks?
Not from the ethereal realm, but if you want to give me an investigation check.
Yes, please.
Ooh.
Last an hour. Still have advantage.
Thank goodness. Okay. 15 total.
15 total. Hold on. There we go. 15. You notice that there is indeed some sort of illusionary script in this.
Ooh.
Pulling it out, it doesn't make any sense. It's written in common. The words don't make full sentences. Taking a look at it, and I would say probably, somebody with a higher intelligence might offhand know that this is a code.
Okay.
This is like a mathematical code
Sorry, that looks like a
encrypt
code. With my high intelligence.
Yeah.
How are you at cracking codes? You want to take a look?
I've cracked one or two in my day.
All right.
Yeah,
Can
if
I-
you want to spend some time, probably, at least an hour, you might be able to decipher something.
I'll go ahead and, well, if everyone was okay with waiting for a little while, this is kind of interesting, I think. I might want to cast, what is that, where you know what the book is, or the magic is?
Identify.
Identify. Might want to cast Identify and use that as well as my skills at deciphering some code.
Watch out.
Are we okay with waiting for a good 10 minutes plus?
I'm cool with it.
Yeah, why not? I use a little rest, a little kickback, a little city poo.
All
Like,
right.
it's been an hour.
So that counts as a short rest, right?
You guys spending an hour here?
Sounds like it. Yeah.
Okay.
So cool. I'll get some spell slots back.
Hey.
All right, let's see. So this is the west chamber that you guys hadn't entered before on the main floor, that first floor. You notice. Let's see here. Yeah. You find what is basically a library for the notes of the recorded activities in this area. So you're seeing a lot more of those journals that go over troop movements. You've already seen a few already, so you know what their spines look like. You see the bookcases here, and you notice it is full of them. This is a dusty place. It looks like this is where they kept their records. But you guys spend an hour. Go ahead and take your short rest. Regain hit points if you need to. Spell slot, whatever comes back on a short rest. And Ball, during that time, you're kind of going over and trying to crack this code. Go ahead and give me a investigation check.
Well, I still have my enhanced ability.
Sure. This will be the final one for that.
And can I give him guidance?
Please.
Sure.
Boom.
And I want to be hanging out with Mr. Ball if he's investigating all this stuff. I mean, I made sure that he he didn't burn all the books and shit. So like, I want to be
Yeah.
trying to be
There's a
studious.
few tables in this room just where stuff has been set up. You kind of start putting some of your notes out and going over them while you take this rest, and
Cool.
Ball's going over kind of like matching words and phrases to different codes while you guys are sitting in here.
18.
18. Let me get. There we go.
And I assume I just got divination off the book.
Doing an identify spell will give you it's illusory script is what the spell is that's affecting the object. Illusion magic is definitely what's going on here. But as a second mode of keeping things secret, it is encrypted as well. But you're able to with that unlock at least a little bit of it. It's not extensive. There's not a lot to it, but it's kind of a back and forth. There's those, and you notice that it's the same handwriting as the messages that were coming from this place.
nice.
So there's a line in there, from one of them and then the other. Let me actually go to my notes that are back up there.
And if it helps any farther or whatever, I'll use my researcher feat. Since we're in this library / scriptatorium / university, I can, aid
Actually
in-
go ahead and give me an investigation check as well.
Yeah, no problem.
And during that short rest, I would have been reading that children's book.
Okay.
From King Henrik.
Henrik.
And Alex, just so you know, as far as this thing is descripted in my sheet, unearthing the deepest secrets of the multiverse can require an adventure or even a whole campaign. And I'm just throwing that out there.
For sure.
But investigation, you said?
Yeah, go ahead and give me an
That's what's up.
investigation.
It'll be 19.
19. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, you guys are kind of after going through this whole tower, sitting down and trying to distill all this knowledge that you've gotten from here. Let's see. Ball. Some of the stuff that you pull out of this is these two people have been planning something. You're not sure exactly what they kind of skirt around the subject, but the plan is in motion. Is something that's being pulled up. We need to make sure and grab this item before we can do this next task. Towards the end of their writings, some things kind of grab your attention, and there is directives that one of these people is going to grab an item and make sure that it is away from the mages. The other one is going to destroy the jars in this tower so that the mages have to use their last resort.
And I've got one of the jars, baby.
I'll just go ahead and take notes of the code and what I discern from the book, and just kind of like jot those down real quick and slide them into the book, and I'll give them back to Scory and let him know what I found.
Okay. Riferian, as you're going through the notes, kind of going over some of the troop movements, and looking at some of the objects you found, like that map tool, that sand, that kind of dust map tool that Ball had found earlier. I would say you get a sense that the mages are using some sort of arcane magic, arcane technology.
Technology, interesting.
That they don't have a full grasp on. There's a lot of notes and stuff, kind of in the margins of some of these troop movements, making sure that the crafters are sending the right supplies to the mages. Some things is to work technology that it keeps kind of referencing liquids and metals that they need that other people are bringing to them. And so they try and make sure that the troop movements are steered clear of those supply routes. You can get a sense that wherever the main mage's tower is deeper west and most likely inside of or on top of a mountain, one of the mountains that is in the center of this desert.
If that fucking mage's tower is that bouncing rock, I'm going to be so goddamn angry.
That was towards the east, so no worries about that.
Yes.
So you kind of you're making a small map and you're like bouncing rock over here. We're here.
Yeah, I'll copy that
furthermore,
information
mages.
down, and definitely be trying to like Indiana Jones. You like do like the Grail notebook type of thing, putting in all my clues. The 30 Indiana Jones where Sean Connery ships him like the leather-bound notebook with all the clues to get to the Grail. I'm making my own Grail notebook. But then the second that I've got my notes down, I'm going to run up on Mr. Ball, and I'm going to like scurry up his back and sit down on his shoulder and put my notebook in front of his face, like, look at the book that I was like, look, this is everything it said. They're using arcane technology that they don't have a full grasp on, and there's see all these notes in these margins, these crafters, they're sending the right supplies to the mages. There's liquids and there's metals. Is that the same type of stuff that we're looking for? Tell me. Look at the book, hold the book. I'm tired of holding the book.
I'll take the book.
All right.
I'll just kind of scan through it and just kind of get the information. Moreover, if this is definitely interesting, there's a technology that my people might be really interested in that they're taking advantage of.
Oh, you know who else? Hold on, Mr. Ball. And then I'm going to jump off and I'm going to run over to Mr. Ball and jump on try to like scurry up him and like tell him the same stuff. I was like, did you know anything about that? Like when you were in the war fields or anything like that? Like you saw like them like gassing up the robots type of with magic stuff? Would you have seen that?
Mainly, Wolf, you would know the Warforged was the technology you would see.
Oh, you're talking to me because you said Mr. Ball.
Oh, sorry,
say
Mr.
Mr.
Wolf. I screw up my other big pal.
You said I would know this?
You would know that the Warforged was kind of the only technology you'd see of the mages.
Oh.
Beyond that, all of their kind of technology and magic would be obscured.
All I saw was my friends dying and their bellies split open and their heads weeping with blood.
I'm going to put my arm around his neck and sit down on his shoulder. I was like, yeah.
I don't need comfort.
Okay.
I need vengeance.
Bow my head and pray to my God.
So was there a liquid in that like cast thing that we found upstairs? There was like a liquid in that, right?
Well, there was
Inside
that
of what?
pool
Jar?
that we could like see the future in, but
No, the jars.
The jar had liquid in it, as well as some sort of device on top.
I wonder if those jars are perhaps
Forget
the
it.
liquid that they're using to maybe control the Warforge or power the Warforge, or
Taking a
whatever
look-
this other technology is.
Taking a look through the notes that Riff kind of put together for you, their Holy Grail notes that they've put. The liquid in the jars is most likely for some high level necromancy spell, not something that they would get mass produced from somewhere else or use in
Riff
in that
would be
regard.
very interested in that.
Yeah.
If she knows that's what it is, she would be very interested if she knew it was necromancy.
Those jars were a way of extending life. Only one of them was intact. The rest, destroyed and the contents lost. But Ball, going over some of these notes, there are similarities to Aura in the need for metals and this odd association with this liquid. And you wonder if that liquid you found, that bottle of kind of silvery opalescent material, is the same.
Have I found any of those kinds of metals, like unusual metals? Have I stumbled upon anything like that?
You haven't, no.
Okay. Well, folks, let's keep an eye out for unusual metals. My blacksmithing skills might come in handy.
That's awesome.
All right.
Well, I guess we continue downstairs.
You're at the first floor.
Oh. Well, then
You're
where's
in
the thing that we had to
western
find?
hallway.
Yeah, so apparently this is not the way to go.
Well, we can still go back upstairs, I
Yeah.
believe.
All right.
So can we touch whatever crystal to go back up?
So yeah, touching that crystal there, you get shunted off over to the ethereal. The door to the south opens, and you can walk up the stairs again.
Cool.
Yeah, let's go up there and then go to the center stairs.
All right. So you go up to the top of the tower.
Or
It's
I
another few minutes to climb.
I just had an idea.
Mm.
The scrying orb. I wonder if we use some of this aura liquid, if it'll loosen it from its like table. Perhaps then we could pull it off.
We could try that on our way out.
Okay, I just wanted to give that to the rest of the group, so hopefully I don't forget either.
That's a good idea there, Mr. Ball.
All right. So you're heading up to the top and then back down those other stairs.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, it's a slog to get back up. It's a little wet, but no trouble getting there. You go down the central stairs, and as you go down at least, probably about 30 feet, you slowly enter into a familiar area. This transition comes, and the color drops from this area.
Is it the statue room?
Ooh.
You're still in the staircase, but it seems this stairway descends in, and as it descends, you enter into the ethereal plane again.
Oh.
But
It's like
not
the other
a
hallway.
a crystal that's doing this, not some sort of magic that's doing this. It's part of this hallway.
Like the other one where it was like the waiting room for that creature or whatever.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you go ahead and descend down, and you end up in an odd place. Let me go ahead. Send that over.
This looks like the hallway that we were in that had like the statues and stuff.
The
Yeah.
damsel is
Yes.
behind these statues somewhere.
It's about that level down. You'll soon find out that it is the same level that you found before, but here
You got a river of dicks?
let's see. You're coming down. I'm trying to.
I'll move
Feel
all
this
of
all
us.
It's a
correctly.
spaceship.
It's a spaceship.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
right.
My bad.
Looks like a paintbrush.
It's a nipple.
God dang it. Reveal
All
area.
I see is dick.
There we go. As you extend, you come down, and there's a door that's kind of been busted open, and the hallway in front of you, you see this large crystal glass barrier like you did upstairs with a pool on the inside. And in that pool, you see this black and white just grass that's just growing, and as it grows it gets too big and falls down and dies and withers. And at the center of that is this kind of pulsating odd energy that's connected to the base and the ceiling, and it looks like in different areas it's this odd energy that just connects, and it looks like a tree and its branches jutting into the tower itself. And there's no face to it. It's not a creature, but this amorphous blob kind of moves to see all of you, and this face-like thing just kind of turns and is looking inquisitive and agitated.
Show it the book. Score. Show it the children's book.
Okay. I pull it out and open up to a random part and just hold it out.
Is it a
Dealy something about kindness and friendship and things like that.
And if I remember any of the passages from reading it, I would try to spit those out.
Okay, so yeah, you kind of like get yourself in front of the doorway there, and are opening up this book to show this thing, and the center of it twists again, and you see kind of like some red energy at the center of it kind of pulse and then go through one of the branches in a flash.
Uh-oh.
And it kind of impacts the stone there and just kind of shakes this whole place a little bit.
Scory, what did you do?
Try another page, maybe.
Whoopsie, I'll just
don't
turn
know.
this way.
Yeah.
Not a fan of the prologue, eh?
I'll flip to another story and I guess try it again.
Yeah.
At Ball's
reading it.
suggestion.
There were 3 little
Yeah.
bears.
Because Ball is really intelligent, I guess, and I'm not.
I
so-
guess.
You flip the page and kind of hold it up, and not sure which way to point it. And as you kind of point it towards this mass of kind of spiritual tree energy, another kind of red flash goes off and shakes this thing, and you hear this just kind of dull sound beyond the glass, just a.
It might be trying to escape, maybe.
I've-
That's what I'm thinking the flashes are. It's trying to escape.
I think it's some sort of powered alarm or something like that, and it's counting down every time we get it cranky. It's gonna.
Well, then I believe we should probably kill it.
Oh, Mr. Wolf.
Maybe we should just let it on out of here and see what happens.
So
And
What's
and
over
kill
here?
it.
this is as far down as we can go on those stairs.
This is where the stairs lead to. Yeah.
Okay. So do we want to just pass this thing on by and maybe try to get to our end destination? Because this apparently isn't it.
Well, what if it is it and we're just in the wrong plane?
I'm sorry, what?
What if it is it and we're just in the wrong plane?
Are there any of those stones nearby?
That's what I'm looking over here,
See.
and like
Okay.
I kind of want to know what's over here. If that thing can't get to us, maybe we should take a peek while we got.
Oh, what if
I'm
I ran
gonna
upstairs and did like something with one of the stones and see if it got rid of the glass window like it did in the place where me and Mr. Ball were, and before we kicked that wizard's butt without you guys.
But I don't
Mr.
know that we
Wall.
want to release this thing in case that does drop the glass. Can
I
I?
think we want to release everything in here, Scory. It's clearly things have been trapped here that don't belong.
That's a good point.
They need to be freed.
That's a good point. Can I rush to right here and just peek?
Yeah, you kind of make it out there and take a look. And you see a similar hallway. If I can get my dang old thing to do what it's supposed to. Similar hallway to the one on the right. Looks like this one is about the same. And kind of as you peer into it, you see that it is colored. That it has
So
color
that's
that
where
is not within the ethereal.
Okay.
But as you pass by it, this kind of twisted center of this thing kind of looks at you, and I need you to go ahead and roll me a d4.
Hey,
Oh no. 2.
2.
shit, you're back, baby.
You see this twisting just kind of tighten, and it twists and twists and twists, and the whole thing kind of tightens with it, pulling the branches closer, and then comes out, and you see this kind of dark wave just pass over you, and this chill down the back of your neck. I need you to go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy. Oh boy. That's an 8.
An 8. You are frightened by this thing. This thing is terrifying. You look back at it, and it is just any horrors you can imagine. That is what's in there. Not what you're seeing. And you all feel this thing shake, and the crystal shakes with it and lets off this kind of odd sound, and then that dull sound behind the glass as well is just what are you all doing as this is happening?
Did another arm shoot out from it? Did you say like another glowing arm?
No, it looks like it kind of built up some energy inside of it, and then that released off into you. You kind of see Scory going off to the left there, and then something kind of come off of this dark this kind of shadow come from this thing, pass through the glass into Scory, and Scory lets out a frightful noise.
I would probably even try to button hook around that corner and hide, probably.
Okay.
Not really caring about traps or anything.
Mm-hmm.
If I see Scory kind of bolt and do a fearful yelp, I would come after him.
All right.
I would as well, especially if I saw the shadow stuff. I'd use my bonus action, engage shadow chucks, and immediately try to like hit the tendril if it's still like trying to follow him or whatever, because I'm the queen of the shadows.
Looks like it was some sort of like an energy that went out and inhabited Scory. So there's nothing still there.
Then I hit Scory in the head. Out, you devil beast! Damn you!
Arthur and Wolf.
I do want to do something else if I can't get to Scory.
Well, okay. We'll see what Arthur and Wolf's doing, and then we'll go over there. Just kind of figure out how that's going to play out.
Yeah, I kind of saw this thing, and I kind of see it shooting stuff and shaking the tower, and I definitely am not just rushing out there. I'm probably just like, posted up, kind of peeking through the door, kind of get ready to light it up if need be.
Perfect. And Wolf?
I see the energy wave pulsate from it, and I go, see, I told you we should have just killed it. And I'm going to try to attack the glass.
All right. Ball and Scory, go ahead and give me an athletics check to see if you can kind of grab Scory Ball.
11.
10.
10. So yeah, you can at least keep him there. What were you wanting to do once you get out there and grab him?
Cast heroism for him and me. We can't be frightened, and we both get temporary hit points equal to 4.
Whoa.
All right.
Hey.
So yeah, Scory, you kind of are
That's
terrified
dope.
of this thing, and you're thinking of rushing off into this hallway, but you see kind of Ball and lock eyes, and that fear just fades away as you both feel heroic.
As he embraces
Wolf,
you.
go ahead and give me a strength check.
We do gain temporary hit points every turn equal to 4.
Fuck yeah.
Awesome.
The last one,
That's a non-natural 20.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Yeah, you come up and you smash this thing like you did the one above. It just crumbles and opens up, and that dull sound you were hearing before, you find was muffled by this, and you just hear this high-pitched screaming agony sound that just emanates from this interior chamber, and you all immediately realize that whatever is in here is in a lot of pain and is angry.
It
And-
sounds like it's hurting.
Yeah. And I'm going to have everyone roll initiative on that because this thing is pissed.
Oh, nice.
Nice. We're starting around. Let's get Ball's initiative.
9.
9. And Scory.
19.
19. Arthur, what's your total there?
23.
23. Rhyperian.
7.
7. Wolf.
5.
5.
Oh fuck, man.
Well, yeah, I mean, you kind of went first in a way with the smashing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leave the heavy hitters for the end. I get it.
Wolf's on cleanup crew.
We're the Bash Brothers.
He's the Dash Brothers.
Hmm.
Can't all be bangers.
Hold on.
Or any of them.
Hello?
Yeah. In fact, rarely are they.
Shut up, Caleb. You're the least funny one here.
Hey.
At least I know my place. That's okay.
Oh wow, I'm not the least funny. That's a surprise to me.
I'm glad I could help you feel better about yourself, Milo.
Thanks,
all right.
Caleb.
This thing is going last. It is not very dexterous and load very low. Let's go ahead and start this off because you get the sensation that this thing is out to kill. Arthur, you are up first. This sound is emanating from this thing, and you see the glass is broken in front of you.
Yeah. First things first.
So yeah, let me go ahead and add it to the map.
Oh, I don't like that.
Oh.
There we go.
First things first, his Bobo getting hexed.
All right.
That's what's up.
Second thing is Bobo getting Eldritch blasted. That's a 9 total.
9 damage.
9 to hit with
9 to hit.
which I take as a miss.
That's
so-
going to be a miss.
And I'm going to use my second one. That is a 18.
18 hits.
Yes. And that is 7 force damage plus 3 necrotic damage.
Hey.
3 necrotic. All right.
That's pretty great.
And you're staying where you are? You like that spot? You got
I
a
like
little
the spot.
You got kind of half cover right there.
Sweet.
Scory, you are up next. No longer frightened. You hear the cries of this monstrous thing.
And you gain 4 more temporary hit points.
Yeah. Awesome.
They won't stack, so you only
Yeah.
have 4.
Gotcha.
They don't stack.
I am actually going to do something weird. Mr. Wolf was the one that busted through this thing, and he's kind of at the front lines right now. So I'm going to run up behind him and just give him a slap on the shoulder and says, "Good luck in there," and cast guidance on him.
Okay.
And then I will draw my scimitar and stand in a pose ready to do my next thing when it's my turn again.
All right. Ball, you are up next.
Is the glass broken at all?
Yes. So yeah, Wolf just broke it and with that released the true sound of the thing inside.
All right, Chain, let's go. I'm gonna rush in the room and punch him.
All right.
Oh,
You
super
rush on
punch.
in, Chain with you.
I rolled a natural 1.
Hey!
Ooh. Yeah, there's a little bit of water and kind of this odd grass that's growing and dying, and as you kind of step through it, it tangles in your leg, and you kind of fall down and have to right yourself, not able to take an action and attack this thing.
So no second attack.
You can go ahead and make the second attack. That's
Okay.
Yeah.
That's gonna be 24.
That'll hit.
That's gonna be 9 bludgeoning damage with my magical fist.
Perfect.
And with my bonus, I'm gonna go ahead and instruct Chain to, if he can flank with me, ideally flank with me, attack him.
There's not room behind this thing. It's kind of taking up that whole chamber.
Okay.
If you get on I would say the opposite side, you can kind of get here, and you guys are flanking in that way, but probably won't be able to let anyone else do. But you and Chain will be able to.
Okay, I'll keep him next to me so that he can try to bounce an attack.
Okay. Have it like I had before. Yeah. All right.
That's gonna be 16.
16 to hit.
Yeah.
For Chain.
For Chain.
Yes. Yes. It does hit. Yes.
And force damage. And that will be everything I can do.
All right, Rhyperion, you are up next.
All right. This silly son of a gun. Since I activated Shadow Chucks earlier to no avail. Unless you don't want to make that as a thing.
I mean, you would still have them up.
Okay.
Sure, because it lasts at least a minute, so that hasn't passed yet.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that was okay that I activated it then. Because,
that's fine.
Then I will do 2 Shadow Chucks attacks. Each chuck, 1 piercing, 1 bludgeoning.
And where do you want to do that from? Do you want to be kind of where you are now? Do you want to get in closer?
1, 2. Well, it goes up to 60 feet, so I would move as close as I need to. If I don't need to, then I don't. But if I need to move in like a square or 2 just to make sure.
Yeah, no, you can keep it right against the wall there and attack from there.
Okay,
10,
then
15,
I just
20, 25,
like I'm
30
playing the
feet
Wii
away,
by
so it is.
myself. I'm just
Yeah.
Whoop. Just drop my die. Yep. Hey, that's a 19 plus 6, so a 25, and a 13 plus 6, so 19.
Those both hit.
Dope. So that's 2d8 psychic damage to this mug. And that's 7 and 6. So 13 psychic damage to this. And I flail my chucks. I send out their shadowy essence, and I go, "Take this! Yaha!" Shadow chucks, motherfucker.
All right. And that was for the Shadow Chucks damage, and then the other one is the regular Chucks.
Oh, do I get both?
Well, that's why you made 2 attacks, right?
Oh, they're not put together.
So yeah, the first one hit and the second one hit. So the first one,
Perfect. And
13 psychic
2d6.
damage, and the other one. Well, I think the other one wouldn't be ranged
right.
if it's just the regular stuff. So it'd be either like throwing a dagger or something like that.
I've
'Cause
been playing
the-
that wrong then. Okay.
The chuck shouldn't be I know the shadow chucks are, but regular chucks are
I thought they
melee.
both engaged. I could engage two weapons through dual weapon yielding, but
Yeah, so you can, but the second one doesn't have a ranged option.
gotcha.
So the regular chucks are a melee weapon.
Then I only do the other one, and then I flourish them in my left hand. I'm like, you don't want to get any closer, bud.
All right, perfect.
See all my skills.
Wolf, you're up after that.
Heck yeah, man. I want to run right up next to it, and I'm gonna attack it.
All right, you coming straight after this thing.
Getting right in there, right in the mix. Okay, I'm gonna reckless attack, and do my great weapon master. Take a -5. So, yep, you get it. Oh,
The
I'm gonna
classic.
rage. I'm gonna rage first.
That's probably a good idea.
There. Whew. That was a close one, Dad.
Close call. Wolf just ain't feeling it on this fight.
I know, you boner.
You just gotta have a button that says, "Oh, you rage."
Oh man, I rolled 2 5s. So sad. And then I'm gonna do my extra attack, and I'll just do the same thing. So,
Okay.
son of a bitch. Hey, okay, that one hit. So non-natural 20.
Hey.
Hey.
The 20 total on that one? Yeah, definitely hits on there.
Okay, sweet. Oh yeah, you're gonna get it. You're a naughty little creature. Okay. Okay, 6. So it's gonna take 24 slashing damage,
Jeez.
and it's gonna take 8 radiant damage.
Hell yeah.
What
So-
a beast.
Total of 31 damage.
Dang. So yeah, you
32.
come up to this thing and miss and hit the stone with the first strike, and then pull up, and you carve off like 3 of these trunks that are connected to the stone wall above, and they just kind of wither and die into ash as you do it.
God damn.
That ending your turn. Who would like to roll a d4?
I can.
Go ahead.
I don't know why I said anything. It was stupid. Look at my fucking. Yeah, I also got a 2.
A 2. All right. Go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw as this thing emanates this dark force inside right towards you.
Okay. And that is a non-natural 20.
Oh, you push back the fear as it tries to enter into your mind. This thing, you see kind of odd spectral things trying to terrify you, and you just shake it off.
And I yell, I don't consent.
That's right. And that is the end of the round, and that is where we are going to leave it for today's episode. Thank you guys for joining us around our proverbial podcast. I've been your DM, Alex, and with me has been
Dash as Wolf.
Bentley Michaels is Rafirian Night Meadow.
Red is Arthur.
Caleb is Corey Telbrin.
grab your swords and keep on adventuring.
Follow us across all platforms with Chaotic Amateurs. Please subscribe, rate, and review our show on your podcast